I've literally been like waiting for something to happen, but it's like, what are you waiting for? Like, nothing is going to happen unless you take the first step. Okay, so I took the first step. Love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is a one in a million. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Brittany Christina of the Brittany Christina collection, and this channel focuses on luxury, fashion, and entrepreneurship. So if you're interested in any of those things, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up on this video, and leave me a comment. I would love to stay connected with you. Okay, you guys, so we are going to get into a little chit chat slash, I don't know how I want to do this video. This video might be a couple parts, okay? So I don't know if this is going to be a chit chat portion or if I'm going to show you guys something, but let's start with the chit chat first and we'll see how I edit this out and, you know, how this all comes together. So I am really excited because I recently got this itch to begin sewing again. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, I started this channel 2 years ago in 2020. This is when the pandemic hit. I needed like another outlet to be creative, and so I started to just film myself sewing, making pieces for my client, making new collections, and, you know, filming myself and putting it out there for videos, right? That's how this channel started. It almost seems like as soon as that started, and I feel like I keep telling this story, this is gonna be the last time I like really talk about this, one, because I think the story is about to change, but it almost seemed like as soon as I started the process and business was booming and I was moving to a new direction, I stopped the business. Like, the pandemic really had an effect on my creativity, and, you know, the way that my business was operating just wasn't really sustainable, honestly. So I paused the business, stopped, you know, closed up shop, and have not touched my sewing machine since. Okay, so I really, over the past 2 years, I have been doing a lot of self-development. Okay, I've been on this self-development journey. Now, even though I didn't realize it's going to take this long to get to this point, I'm so grateful because I feel like so much has changed. I have changed a lot as a person, and to be honest, you guys, for those of you who are entrepreneurs, like, your personal development and your personal well-being definitely has an effect on how well you do business, or just how you do business, period. Okay, people might not understand this and people might not realize this, but your leadership style, how you know, create and develop relationships, and how you network, and even just your relationship with your own employees, if you have employees or people that work with you, like, your style and how you interact with others and how you lead directly is a reflection on what's going on internally. If you are not right on the inside, inevitably that is going to spew over to your outside life, into the things that you touch, right? So I definitely see value, and you know, I appreciate this downtime that I've had, because, you know, I'm working on a lot of things that I didn't know that I needed to work on, you know, and ultimately these things that I'm working on is going to make me a better businesswoman, a better leader, make me more creative, make me a better visionary, like all of the above. Like, I'm just going to be better when, you know, it's time to really step out and start again. And I promise you, I said this before and I'm gonna say it again, when I start up again in my business, the foot is stepping on the gas, okay? Ain't no stopping, ain't no more brakes. You know what I mean? So that's why I really, like, I'm going to take as long as I need to take to be prepared for this next chapter of my life, because when it starts back up, we ain't stopping, period. So just to kind of give you guys inside look on what I've really been doing for the past 2 years, I've been getting my finances in order, okay? I'm not gonna bore you guys with the things that I've been doing. There's several videos of me, you know, I've been very transparent about how I'm moving when it comes to my financial situation, but having your finances in order is important, you know, in order to like have a business and to start a business and to be able to sustain business. You want to make sure that you're secure so that if things, you know, fall left or fall out of whack, you still kind of have backup. So I've been doing that over the past 2 years. I've been working on my spiritual health. I joined a new church, okay, getting closer to God, really working on my relationship with God. My mental health, okay, I've been in therapy. I started therapy. You know, that's a journey. I will kind of tell you guys about my therapy experience, but I'm really glad that I finally took that leap of faith and took that step to, you know, I feel like everybody can use a little help every now and then. So that has helped me tremendously. And then my physical wellness, like, you know, I'm in the gym more. I'm serious about my diet and my nutrition. I just had I went to a chiropractor for the first time, you know, because I just been having some issues. And so, you know, finally, you know, taking the steps to get the help that I need, to make sure that my overall wellness is 100%. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with more, you know, and I think later down the line, I might do some more videos and go a little bit more in depth on some of these topics. But just so that you know, these past 2 years that I have not been sewing, I have been putting in work in other areas to make sure that just me as a person, like I'm 100%, I'm better, so that when I get back into my business, we ain't stopping. So I wanna just, kind of just backtrack a little bit. Like literally all of this happened last night, and so real time I'm documenting my growth, my journey, you know. So last night I was having trouble sleeping, you guys, and I was on YouTube. You know, sometimes if I can't sleep, I'll just be watching YouTube videos, and there was this YouTube video that popped up. It was recommended to me, started playing, and literally was all in my business, okay? And the premise of the video was talking about don't let go of your dreams. Like don't forget about your dreams. And I think over the past, it really spoke to me, because I think over the past 2 years, like, I don't know what it feels like I've just been waiting for something to happen. And I don't know what exactly I've been waiting for, but like, you have to take a step, you know what I mean? Like things will fall into place only when you start to move and you start to walk towards those things. If you are standing still and staying stagnant, your situation is not going to change. It's not going to look that different. And I think, you know, I've been a little frustrated, because it's like, okay, God, like I'm doing the things that you say, I'm working on myself, I'm whatever, but like when we gonna get back into the thing that I want to do? Like how we, you know, what am I waiting for? Like what are we doing? And it's interesting because, and I mentioned this, there's a video in which I explain initially the reason why I stopped sewing, and that, you know, I heard God tell me everything must go. And what I realized is, even though, you know, God might have told me to pause the business, he never told me to stop sewing. And so when I realized that last night, when I was, and I'll link this video down below, because I think that this video was very empowering. It was about dreaming and how dreaming is so important, and how you cannot, like, you know, don't let go of your dream, because that is what's going to, like, God will communicate to you through your dream, and that is what's going to take you forward. If you feel stagnant, and if you feel like your life isn't where it needs to be, and you know what I mean, you just feel like you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do, like, are you dreaming? When was the last time that you really had something to look forward to? And I think when you stop dreaming, you live a monotonous life, right? You get up, you go to work, you go to bed. It's almost like you have no purpose. But our dreams, in a sense, is what give us our purpose. And I think I lost sight of that, right? So I think I needed, the timing is so impeccable, because I needed that video to get in my business, okay, and comfort my life, because I've literally been like waiting for something to happen. But it's like, what are you waiting for? Like nothing is going to happen unless you take the first step. Okay. So I took the first step and I already feel 1,000 times better. I already feel, you know, my purpose being reincarnated. Okay. So I'm taking you guys on this journey. I'm being completely transparent because becoming a fashion designer, I mean, any type of career path you're going to go to, it's going to be ups and downs. Okay. I feel like my path to become a designer, a luxury women's wear designer, is so non-traditional. It's so like unlike anything else, you know what I'm saying? But I know I'm gonna get to that point, and so I want to just have like documented, you know, so if in the future someone's like, oh, how did you get to where you are? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, sis, and see the journey, because it was a long journey. Okay. So anyway, I decided to dream again. And you know what I decided to do, I'm not starting back up, so please don't ask me for any clothes because the business isn't starting back up. But what I decided to do and what I realized is throughout all the years that I started sewing since I was 8 years old, started my business when I was a freshman in college. Like, I think when I started to sew really like clothing and stuff in high school, and I put it out there, immediately people were like, oh, can you make me this? Can you make me that? And then that's kind of how I jumped into the business. So I never had time to really sew for me. I never had time to really use my skill set just for me. You know what I mean? And I think those beginning times when the business was not in full swing was when I felt more fun. I felt the most creative, you know? And I think over time, when you put, and this was a fear that I always had, when I mixed my passion with business and then money was involved, you know, with money comes pressure, and you know, comes the pressure to perform and to do all these things and to please other people. You know, I was always fearful of the fun being sucked out of my passion and what it was that I do. So what I decided was I want to bring the fun back into it. So I am going to sew for myself, but I decided to create a custom fall capsule collection just for me. For starters, so we'll start with this. It's going to be a small collection of maybe anywhere between like 6 to 10 pieces. But it's just going to be just for me, just so I can figure out what my style is, figure out what's my signature look, figure out, you know what I mean? Just like get back into the mode of like designing, but designing with no pressure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually really excited about this because I have been, if you've been following for a while, last year I actually started a series, like a wardrobe revamp series. So I'm like, you know, while I'm on my journey of becoming the best version of myself and the woman I'm supposed to be, a part of that is appearance and style and figuring out what's my look and, you know, what's my signature. And like this hair, you guys, I keep switching up my hair, but I keep coming back to this hair and also this red lip. This is a look. I think this is me 100%. Like this is giving, like I just feel my best when I have this like bob and the bangs, like it frames my face, and the red lip, like it's just giving. Okay, so I'm really trying to like, okay, found my hairstyle, found my, you know, what I like in terms of how I do my makeup and that sort of thing, what I like in terms of my nails, keep it natural, what, you know, the colors of my nails, like, so now it's like my style and how I dress and my color palette, and you know what I mean? Like I'm in that phase of like learning myself. So I'm not trying to bore you guys. We gonna get into the journey, but what I decided was, as I'm creating this collection, I want to take you guys on the journey with me. I started this process a little bit. There are some videos that I have out on how to create a collection, but I don't think I ever finished it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, doing series is not my thing. I get bored very quickly talking about the same thing in a row. So I have to, I'm just, whatever I feel like doing, I'm just putting it out there. There's no rhyme or reason. And also I want to say, a lot of these videos don't come out in the order that I create them. So if I'm put out things and I'm saying things and you're like, wait, we didn't see that, forgive me. It's you're gonna see it. It's gonna come. It's just might not come in the original order that I shot it. So I said a lot to say. Let's get into the process of me creating a capsule collection.